You know how to remove the shit though.
Yeah.
Six. You want to just kick it off now? We already at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we back. Welcome back to Matter of Fact. Monday, August 11th. Just got done week 1 of preseason. But, man, what were your takeaways from it? Most part. I mean, it's just preseason, which we're going to reiterate a bunch. Like, in terms of some of these fantasy experts and things like that, like, they're going to sell you a dream based off some things that just aren't consistent. Every team treats their preseason different, but there's still some takeaways to take from it. Like at the end of the day,
For sure. For sure. And I mean, it's also, I think it's definitely like, it's based on where your team's at too. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain teams that just straight up don't play none of their players, and then you got teams that they got Pat Mahomes out there. So I definitely think it just depends on where your personal team is looking for, where you guys are at, how rusty you are, or you know what I mean. If you got some new players that you want to show off, but yeah, for me personally, it's hard for me to decipher. But Sal Vantoni, he kind of looked out and he basically created this. Let me see if I can show it to you. Let me see at this stage. Can you see it? He basically created these like info jumps, and I fuck with him because it does let you know everything you do need to know about what happened about the, in regards to the players that matter in some of these preseason games. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I have a bunch. Travis Etienne was definitely going to be one of them. He's on my no draft list though. I'm just not messing with that backfield. It's just a backfield I don't want to dabble in unless, once again, this is always slated with the ADP, so their average draft position. That's what I'm really referring to. If I could get him at good value, cool. But the round that he's going in, even a round after, I need him like 2 rounds after. Kind of discussed the what I take from the Jags team though. That's still Brian Thomas and would you take Trevor Lawrence? Would you, like, assuming you get quarterback later, which you usually do?
Yo,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. My bad.
Fellow feels like a newscaster when there's like a delay. You know them joints where it comes in and it's a delay. But did you hear what I just said though?
Nah, what'd you say?
Nah, I was saying like Travis Etienne, I don't want a piece of this backfield at all. So I mean, he's a player that I'm avoiding ADP wise. So like not that round that he's going or the round after, maybe like 2 rounds back.
Right, but also I think what it does is just goes to show you like, hey, don't waste a pick on Tootin. Don't overdraft Tink Bigsby because you think he's a starter. It's like ETN was the one who was getting snaps. And again, this is the first preseason game, so it might mean nothing, but it might also mean something. You know what I mean? So I think they're just nice little tidbits. It's not, I don't think it's gospel, but at the same time, I think it's just stuff that you would like to know. You know what I mean? like me and you both talked about Chase Brown. We both talked about how we like him and we see the potential in that offense. So it does feel good to see and know that he plays 75% of the team snaps. You know what I mean? When with the starters in. Like we want to know that. I want to know that at least.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I hope I know I'm gonna come out with him because he's not a sexy name. And when it comes to like your back home leagues, they might be sharp. Like I feel like everyone's starting to get a little bit sharper and sharper, especially your big money leagues. So they might be hit to them, but if they see like, you know, a Joe Mixon there instead, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't think they would take like a Joe Mixon, but I do think
that was a stretch.
Yeah, but I do think there's enough like star-studded players in the first, 25, like 25 to 30 picks to where like, oh, I'd rather have a Jonathan Taylor before Chase Brown. Or I'd rather have like you were saying, a big name before Chase Brown.
That's a good one right there, though. Who you taking, JT or Chase?
When it's like that, I mean, I love JT as a talent, but due to the fact that Chase is a part of a better offense, if I'm in a PPR league, I might go Chase. If I'm in a half PPR, maybe I go Jonathan. Depends on what the quarterback situation is looking like over there in Indianapolis. I would definitely be keeping my like ears and eyes glued to all news and notes coming out of that way. But I would probably take Chase just because I think his offense is going to score more. So
due to that defense too, that Bengals defense still going to put them in some positions. Like that was their problem last year. And that's the reason why it came down to literally the last game and they just didn't make it because they had that slow start. And a part of their problems was that defense. And you were having problems signing guys still, important pieces. And they didn't improve that much on defense. So I definitely want a piece of this Bengals offense. Like that's two funny examples, like back to back like that. Because like, the Jags, I'm good off of it. But the Bengals, I'm going to find a way. I might even take Yossi later in the draft type shit.
I mean,
because he seems like he's going to have that Tyler Boyd type role.
Well, so he's the third wide receiver, right? But like, let's think about it. If he has 800 yards and 6 touchdowns, odds are there was a week where he looked out for you, in fantasy. Like, I watched a lot of the Bengals film because when the second we got T. Higgins and obviously the Jaden Blue pick, I'm in my head, I'm like, yo, can we just unleash it? Like, let's just unleash it and let's see what we can do. Like, let's see if it can be this. Like, I'm not saying we got to run through the tackles and do all that, but like, let's just pat that bitch and go. Like, we tossing it up, So yeah, I mean, I think Chase Brown's going to be – I think anything that you can get, even the tight ends, whether it be Noah Fant or Mike Gesicki, whoever's the one that ends up getting the targets out of the two, I think, rocking with the Bengals, you're not going to really go wrong. And if you saw them play, they played Philly, and granted, Philly wasn't playing their starters or whatever, but, they were trying to be sharp. They were there with intention. Joe Burrow was out there throwing it to Jamar Chase, and it's like, okay – this is business as usual.
They fucking better because the narratives. I'm be on that narrative train too. If they miss the playoffs 2 years in a row, which I don't see happening, but anything's happened. Anything's possible in the NFL, man.
Yeah, I mean, part of the narrative was that they went out to slow starts. So it's like, all right, well, since we start slow, guess what we're going to do? We're going to play our starters all break. Like, I don't even need to see Joe no more. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? And if I'm a Bengals fan, I'm like, yo, I'm good. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, they went there, they went down, they scored, they were killing shit. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready for week 1 now. So, maybe that's my opinion, though. I'm scarred for some shit that happened to me in the preseason. But there's other people that are like, no, I want my guys playing in the preseason. Like, I want to see them at least, not all, obviously not like a cold quarter or anything, but like I want them to get a drive or two in the preseason, just to keep them ready, keep them sharp.
And you just get a feel for the mindset in that locker room and in the program. Zach Taylor's really trying to push because he's been on the chopping block somewhat, especially after missing the playoffs last year. With
they've been saving him.
His
team's been saving him. His team's been saving him.
That's one of your favorite coaches in the league, ain't it?
I've been telling you about him for years now. Bro. For years. They've been saving that boy, but like, I don't know.
And honestly, I feel like when you have a frugal organization, that's probably part of it at this point. Like other teams probably would have got him out the way.
I just think that some of these, there's certain type of coaches that when they get in the room and they're in the room with the owners and they're in the room with all the guys that got say so, they just know how to work that room. Jason Garrett, he knew how to work the room with Jerry Jones. Kellen Moore, he can work any room he's in. I'm not even going cap. He can work every single room. Like, it's Kellen Moore. The Saints are going to be horrible this year, and it's going to be everybody's fault but Kevin Moore's.
Yeah, he's going to be like the savior. Like, oh, we got to do more for Kellen Moore, especially now he has some of that cachet from the Super Bowl ring. As much as you want to give it up to him and not the talent of the roster or the energy Nick Sirianni brings. But, I'm giving that ring to Howie Roseman at the end of the day. But still,
the most talented team won, whether motherfuckers like it or not. The most talented team won that Super Bowl.
And I definitely don't like it. Next up from preseason, I'm high on Matthew Golden, man. Golden, huh?
I said, are you?
Yeah. Like, he's definitely one of my targets. I mean, he played every snap with Jordan Love, and I just feel like this division's for the taking. Like, I was thinking about it for a while, thinking about who's going to win each division. I feel like the Packers are kind of slated perfectly. They're running like these campaigns for J.J. McCarthy, some morale campaigns. Like, now we believe in you. We believe in you, JJ. We believe in you, JJ. I don't want to see that in a top two, maybe number one toughest division in the league. Then you have the Lions.
I don't think he's bad though. Like, he wasn't bad last year before he tore his meniscus, and I think he's fine. If I was a rookie quarterback, if I was in his position, if there was any team for me to be on, it'd be this team, bro.
Yeah. It's the best situation possible. I mean, one of the best wide receiver duos in the league. Then you got T.J. Hawkinson. You brought in Jordan Mason to pair with Aaron Jones. So you got a lot of creativity.
Is Christian Darrisaw back? Is he healthy or is he?
That's a good question. Speaking of important tackles,
yeah, because it's like, if I got Christian, I want the best wide receiver, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, and I want a 25-year-old left tackle. Like, that's what I would want. Yeah. That's one of the best left tackles in the league. Like,
yeah, he's definitely top 5. So, but still, like, I don't know though. I don't know, but I feel like Kevin McConnell, he'll do his thing. But I just feel like the Packers, they just have so much continuity, and they finally brought in the one thing that they've been needing for a while, a true wide receiver one. And we have what's his name?
Now, do you think
Jaden Reed?
No, he got hurt. Hurt.
He's hurt. That's what I'm saying. He got hurt.
Okay.
So that.
Do you think he's a true wide receiver one? Because his actual profile does not really show a wide. Does not really show a wide receiver one, but a very, very compatible wide receiver 2 option. Do you think that, like, he can handle being a wide receiver 1? Like, you know what I mean? Clear cut.
I just feel like with Matt LaFleur, they've been doing like a circle of a power of friendship wide receiver core anyway. So, like, maybe he don't really need to do that, but we just need somebody that's a clear level above the pack that they currently have, and they've been currently pushing out, along with, then you have Tucker Kraft. You know what I mean? So I feel like maybe not like the normal or classic way you would describe a wide receiver one, like he could really be that, but I think he could be somebody that really puts a charge in this offense that they've really needed for some time.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm with that. I think that's what he's going to be too. It sucks that Jaden Reed is hurt. We haven't really got the official news on that one, but
Always feels like one of them, some of them is hurt. It's the circle of
yeah.
friendship. So somebody got to be hurt at all times.
Well, Watson is the one that's supposed to be hurt right now. He's supposed to be taking up the bench. So, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not Jaden Reed's turn yet. I'm not back from my injury. I'm Christian Watson. But I think, you know, Jordan Love, they were saying that he would have ran more last year, but the reason he wasn't running was because he was hurt. It's because he got the knee injury at the beginning of the year, the first game of the year when he played Philly. So I mean, again, I don't mind somebody calling Green Bay a sneaky sleeper for the division based off the fact that they do have Matt LaFleur. Their defense is coming around. They're going to have continuity on the offense outside of the wide receivers. I know that's a little choppy, but Tucker Kraft, we know what I'm saying. Like, he's solidified in that role. Me and you both like Josh Jacobs. And the offensive line, for whatever it's worth, as long as it's healthy, it works for Jordan Love. And now you're saying that Jordan Love is healthy, even if it's not like pretty in terms of a whole bunch of points and everybody loving him as a top 5 fantasy football offense. I think that it does produce wins. I think in the best scenario possible, though, or even like a more likely scenario, is that it is a sneaky top 10, top 5 offense. We might be looking at this year's Buccaneers when you talk about Green Bay Packers.
That's a great comp. And I'm still high on the Buccaneers offense just in general. But yeah, Jaden Reed being in the boot, that sucks. But actually another team we need to talk about in terms of injuries is the Bucs. Rachaad White, you know, I feel like what my takeaway from this is Sean Tucker is somebody to eye. I'm eyeing Sean Tucker because last year, out of all the Bucs receivers, I know Bucky Irvin, he was getting all the love, which he should. Like he's
Sean Tucker is breaking too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like Sean Tucker, he's the only running back last year that hit 30 points fantasy wise last year. The only one.
Yeah,
he's like that. So I feel like Rachaad White, he's in one of these situations where it's like, yo, it's unfortunate, bruh, but like the room is so talented. This might, you know what I mean? Like Sean Tucker might get even more of a chance to show his stuff, and he keeps doing what he was doing like last year. You know.
So the thing with Rachaad White is that he's just a super athlete that just so happens to play running back. Sean Tucker, Bucky Irvin, they're running backs. Like, done. You know what I mean? End of story. They're running backs. So I think and Sean Tucker is also crazy explosive, has the vision. He's just a perfect running back. So yeah, I can see a situation where I don't know what Sean Tucker does on third downs in regards to, like, you know, catching the ball out the backfield, how he holds up when it comes to pass protection for the quarterback. I think Rachaad White's still going to do his thing there, but at the talent or as somebody that you probably want to touch the ball, I can definitely see them wanting Sean and Bucky to code it.
Yeah, like I said, man, I'm targeting them. Like, I'll let people take Rachaad White, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is where he went, and Sean Tucker's still around. Boom, scooping him. Besides that, with the Bucs, Chris Godwin, I'm passing on him. I think this is part of the reason why they loaded up a wide receiver. I know when the draft happened, I was like, damn, why'd they take Emeka Egbuka? There's so many other players I would have really liked for them at this spot. But the way he seems like he's going to be that. He's going to be him. So, you know, with you got an older receiver core, you kind of want to keep this, like, because to me last year the Bucs was like a top 5 offense. It's like a top 5 offense, and so you want to keep that going. And Egbuka, another guy I'm targeting along with Matthew Golden when it comes to rookie receivers.
So here's the thing with Emeka Egbuka. I knew about this back in July, early July, late June, because I know the player profile. I actually know the profile of Emeka Egbuka. Now he was a 5-star player coming into college, so he was already deemed a dog. He went to Ohio State, where they had a whole bunch of dogs. He was on every team. He was on the team with Jeremiah Smith, who's there now. He was on the team with Garrett Wilson. He was on the team with Chris Olave, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Marvin Harrison Jr. He was the one player that was on all those rosters. And the thing about him, and the reason why I think he was a perfect pick for the Bucs, and they didn't want to pass him up, is because he can play wherever you want him to play. If you need him to play on the outside at the X, he can play it. If you want him to play slot, he can play in the slot. And he's a 4-year college student. So he's obviously smart when it comes to this football stuff. And he can pick up on everything. And he already has professionalism. So he's already used to sharing the ball. He understands there's another guy on the team too.
And so that's part of it. He got overshadowed with all the talent from Ohio
right,
State.
but was still a dog nonetheless. You know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, all I ever wanted to do was be a first round pick, and that's what I was. So I think he's going to benefit for the fact that, one, he's a smart player in general, and then two, the organization he went to. As for the Chris Godwin situation, I think a lot of people thought that his medicals were cleaner than they were based off of the contract that he was given by the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers basically gave him guaranteed money. They shelled out a bunch of money and matched all offers. They met in the middle. Chris Godwin.
Wait. They matched offers.
Yeah, remember, because he was about to go to New England.
New England. I heard that, like, well, if they were going to match offers, then he would have got paid more because they kind of got him at a discount.
They met in the middle. But nonetheless, they paid him a lot of guaranteed money. And usually there was no medical incentives. So there wasn't anything in regards to his health issues, his physical stuff like that. They didn't talk about that. They didn't stress it. So for the fans,
so that was an extra thing to let him take less money. Like, I'll take less money because y'all not including some of this injury stuff, like thresholds.
Right, thresholds. They're not, making them. I guess we didn't know this at the time, but basically what it looks like is they gave him a homegrown deal. That's their player. They drafted him. He's been there his entire football career.
Like Mike Evans. Shout out to Mike Evans.
Right. And if it's between being home or going to New England, I'm probably going to stay home too, especially if home is Tampa. Respectfully. But I mean,
Brandon Ayuk feels the same way, huh?
Yeah, San Francisco. But I think what happened was, I don't know what happened with the injury, but long story short, he had another surgery. So they probably knew something was, like, in case of insurance. But like I told you, Jalen McMillan, who's on their team, was the wide receiver they drafted last year. He was getting schemed up and he was doing well down the stretch. But at the end of the day, he is basically a strictly outside wide receiver. He isn't as versatile as Emeka Egbuka is. And a lot of people were surprised because it's like, yo, you got this rookie that actually played pretty well, had like a nice little run of like 4 touchdowns in 3 games, a little bit over 70 yards per game. Why are we not going to go ahead and give him the shot if someone's hurt? But it's simply because he's not as versatile and he'll never be the weapon that Emeka Egbuka is. Emeka Egbuka he's going to thrive in the NFL. He'll never be the best at anything, but he'll never be the worst at it. And the most important thing is on third down, when you throw it to him, he's going to catch it.
You know who that sounds like? Chris Godwin. Don't it?
Yeah. And I mean, these cats not going to play forever. Mike Evans isn't going to play forever. And as much as we might be rooting for Chris Godwin to get back healthy, you know what I'm saying? I think this might be year 8, year 9 for him. So, it's time for them to go ahead and replenish the well.
Yeah, I feel like a little bit of the confusion for me and whoever else was judging it was like, yo, you just paid him. Cool. Jalen McMillan in relief was really good, but you got to keep getting better in this league because they've been kind of a lot to win these divisions, but they're almost like on some Steeler type time. Like, we don't really believe you're going anywhere. Like, you might sneak a game out in the wild card or wherever, but like, you're not a real contender. So they might just be trying to win with
it's
offense.
not the I feel you. It's not necessarily their offense is the reason that they're losing these games. And you got to remember their head coach is a defensive oriented coach. So there might be some discussions going into player personnel in regards to, oh, well, I can work with this on defense. Y'all go ahead and get whatever y'all need on offense, and I'll fix the defense. Whether it be right or wrong is up for questioning, but that's probably his mentality. Yeah, you want to feed the offense? Go ahead and feed the offense. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, you got to score points. Like, I feel people like, oh, if I think I already got something, but like, yo, give me all the wide receivers too. Give me what puts points on the board. And wide receivers put points on the board. Even this thing with Travis Hunter, we're gonna get into him too. But at the end of the day, Travis Hunter puts points on the board as a wide receiver. He maybe, if he gets lucky, might put some points on the board as a defensive back. But for sure, in the slot at wideout, he can fuck around and get you 7 or 6. So, you know, what's more important to your football team?
You talking about in terms of Travis Hunter?
Yeah. In terms of
you kind of meshed it there. I mean, we could get,
but I'm just saying in general, like I feel like wide receiver is important to them. I feel like, you know, they got like a nice little deal with Baker, and they got
take advantage of that deal with Baker, and then besides
their left tackle's already good. You know what I mean?
Tackle. Oh yeah. Speaking of Tristan Wirfs, like, what's the deal with him?
No, he's just out. He's just out right now. It's probably going to be out for the first month of the season. I don't know if they're going to go pup, but he is out for the first month of the season, which it does kind of put a hindrance on Bucky Irvin and some of the offense. But you know, I think Baker at this point, he's going to be all right. You know, when these guys are vets, when they're savvy vets, they care more about the middle being protected than they do the outside, because the outside they can see that coming and they can get the ball out. Still, when the pressure comes up the middle, there's nothing they can do. It's in their lap. You know what I mean? And they don't want anything in their lap. So really, the interior or your offensive line is what's important. I mean, it's just as important as the left tackle, but like, you don't want to trash left tackle regardless. But if my interior is good, I can worry about the left tackle, but I can't be worried about one thing or the other thing or both. You know what I mean? So I think for Baker, he's like, all right, I trust the interior of my line. I know I got to get the ball out a little bit faster, and I know I don't got Tristan over here. So, like, he's going to adjust to that himself as a veteran quarterback.
Yeah, and I mean, besides Ibuka too, we have Tez Johnson, lightest person in the draft, and then you have, you know, big boy who needs to cut down. What do you think they try to get Desmond Watson to, like a good, like 380? I mean, was that the plan? Like, we're going to draft this nigga, and then we're going to put him on like a Weight Watchers plan.
I mean, I'm sure it is. You can't just, you know what I mean? There has to be some type of resume with that. You're not just about to. He's not ready to play football yet.
He was just playing football in college, though.
I mean, what kind of football was he playing in college, though?
Stuff,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, all right, we're going to see if we can get him to trim. We got Vita Vea. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see if he can work with him, get him right, mentor him, boom, boom, boom. See if we can get it dropped down.
I never even really thought about that. Yeah, Vita Vea there.
You know what I mean? And we can see if we can get him. I mean, it's going to be hard to get him to play at 340. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard to get him to play at 340, but maybe.
What do you mean 340?
Is he
you mean 430? 4, yeah,
is he like 440 right now? He's something crazy. He's in the 400. So it's like asking him to cut down. Asking him to cut down 80 pounds. Yeah. So like they can't get him to cut 100 pounds, but they might have 60 that they can get off of him.
They actually he actually weighed in at 464 at his pro day.
Come on, dog.
How would you feel if the Cowboys drafted him? Would you just be like, well, we do need some help at D tackle?
I mean, but it's all relative to where you draft him. You draft him in the 7th round, the 6th round, the 5th round. All right, take the flyer. But like you drafting them in the 2nd round when Zeke Azaraku's on the board, it's like you're bugging. You draft him in the 3rd round when Siobhan Ravel's on the board, you're still bugging. You drafted them before you have a running back, you're kind of bugging too. So it's just relative to what's going on in the draft. I would take a flyer on him as an undrafted free agent. I would definitely take a flyer on him as a compensatory pick after the 5th round. But like I'm talking to you now, it's like, bro, you got to have a plan for that, bro. I don't think Dallas has a plan for dudes that are 440 pounds. I just don't think that they do.
460. I mean, they got him as an undrafted, so I like the move at the end of the day. But we're going to get into Shedeur Sanders here in a second. I need to grab a drink, though. You keep talk Travis Hunter or something.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up some more slides for y'all and shit. Let's see what I got right here. I already gave y'all that one. So Breece Hall. Okay, look, here's a skinny with Breece Hall. We're not touching them until the 4th round. We're not touching Breece Hall until there's no more Mario Hampton. There's no more Chuba Hubbard. There's no more James Conner. There's no more nothing. This is the last running back that we are selecting within the first 4 rounds of the draft. We are not touching this man. Not because he's not talented, not because he can't tote the rock. It's simply because he just got a lot of things going against him right now. The whole entire offense is predicated on Justin Fields being able to run, use his feet, use his legs, and maybe throw it a little bit. They're going to try to target Garrett Wilson, but they're sharing the running back backfield right now. So he's not a bell cow. He will be getting passes out of the backfield, and that's why he's going to be beneficial. But at the end of the day, because we don't know how many carries he's going to get off, and we don't know how many passes out the backfield he's going to receive, based on the fact that Justin Fields is a run-first quarterback. We just not trying to deal with all of this right here, and we don't really even trust the Jets' offense in the first place. So really, like, we got to get him because of his talent, but when push comes to shove, we not really trusting Buddy like that. He's the last resort at running back. All right, he's the last resort. RJ Harvey, I know he's getting overdrafted right now, and it's looking pretty good, but I think this is just some information that y'all should know. J.K. Dobbins is going to be the veteran player. RJ Harvey is a good back in regards to the fact that he breaks, but he is not one of those backs that reads what the defense is giving him, and he does not follow what his offensive line is doing.
I'm glad I came back to this. Yeah, this nigga has no vision, bro.
So like, I don't know if you ever played Little League football and you had like a fast kid on your football team, and the first thing he do when he get the ball is try to bounce it to the outside and just outrun everybody. That's RJ Harvey trying to do that in the NFL.
That's exactly what he does. Like he can't find the hole, and I don't know. Like I'm gonna still draft them at certain spots, like just because of upside, and their O line is good enough. Like their O line's not good enough to do that. Like think about DeAndre Swift or Miles Sanders when they're with the Eagles. They leave the Eagles with that dirty O line, and then it's issues because but
it's not about the O line, because the O line could be doing what they're supposed to do. Like the O line could have the gap open. If you're supposed to go through the A gap, bro, and you bouncing shit up to the outside, like what are you talking about? Like what are we doing? Like bro, like the line can be doing their assignments. If he don't want to, if this is the game he's trying to play, either Sean Payton's going to have to adjust and just run them on tosses and misdirection, outside wide zone runs and shit, or like you know what I mean? Like like
come on, though.
If he's not going to,
you think this is something that he could like pick up on and learn from? Because I know Sean Payton's going to get in his ass. Sean Payton's going to get in his ass.
This is the scouting report on him, though.
I know.
This has been the scouting report on him. It's like, yeah, he can break, but he either it's nothing or we're breaking. Like it's it. That's it. Either we getting busy or we getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage because I don't know what I'm doing. Like
That sounds like me playing Madden 26 right now. Like I
yeah.
like the running joints, but like I'm like, damn, I gotta get better at hitting these holes. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got assignments. Like, bro, everybody has an assignment. Every blocker has an assignment, but you can't just be going off script, gang. Like, what is you
It's
doing?
not even off script. It's just I'm a bounce to the outside.
Yeah,
I'm a bounce it. It's just easier. And it's like, bro, you in the NFL, bro. They're going to catch you.
That's not gonna work. Yeah,
they're
that's
going
not
to
gonna work.
catch
And bro,
you.
we only needed 3 yards. So it's just, I mean, again, I'm not hating on Buddy. He is a dog. He does have wheels. He does get loose. But again, this Sean Payton going to get it fixed. This is game 1. This is why this is preseason for all of us. All right. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it's preseason for all of us. It's preseason for the football players. It's preseason for the cheerleaders. It's preseason for the fans. And you know what I mean? It's preseason for the coaches. So they see what they got to work on. And then from there, they go ahead and they adjust. But right now, it's looking a little scary for your boy RJ Hart.
Who said that's not my boy? That's your boy.
I mean, he could be my boy. It's fine.
I mean, you drafting him if he's let's say he's at ADP.
Me personally, I'm probably gonna pick Amarion Hampton over him, even though I'm okay with waiting. I'm okay with waiting.
Is RJ Harvey even going around Amarion Hampton like that? He is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's the good, and like that's why this news is so important because they're like, all right, he started with the first team and he played 63% of the starter snaps ahead of J.K. Dobbins. That's a very, very significant like fact right here that we're talking about. Shout out to Sal Veritoni. It's my man Sal on Twitter and on YouTube. Best videos. YouTube give you all the info. But like, yeah, Harvey saw 9 opportunities to Dobbins 1, bro. Like they're letting you know, like he might be the guy. Just letting you know he might be the guy.
Sean Payton's kind of funny like that, so I don't really trust what he's doing in preseason, really. Especially, I mean, that's probably part of it. Like you said, it was a part of the scouting report, something he got to work on. All right, nigga, go work on it right now, because a lot of these niggas, like for example, the Giants, like our O-line is looking promising, and I could say that because they started out with their first stringers. You know what I mean? So little shit like that matters too when we're talking about this. But once again, these depth charts aren't set in stone, but it does tell us like they're going to use this kid for show. They're going to use him. I saw Marvin Mims out there doing his thing instead of coming in every couple snaps and whatnot.
It could be real. It could be real. It'd be nice if it was. I mean, he's a talented player. Like he can get busy. It's not that he's not trash. It's just he needs
and Sean Payton likes him a lot.
Yeah, so you know, it is what it is. I know you said you wanted to talk about Shador. This is just from Adam Schefter, a little tweet from Adam, basically saying that this is as of today, 6:00 today. They basically still got your boy Shador at 4. Joey Flacco was getting it popping at 1. Kenny Pickett was getting it popping at 2. Dylan at 3. Shador at 4.
You know what I said on Twitter maybe like a week or so ago, because they just scooped up Tyler Huntley. I was like, and I might have said this shit last time, but this is the first NFL team that has autism. It's an autistic team right here. They went and got another quarterback. And what they're doing with this, it's mad confusing because it's like, I don't know, it's almost like their owner is playing like some Jerry Jones type role, like he wants headlines. And it's like
I don't necessarily think it's I don't think it. But here's the thing. I think it's just everybody wants a headline. If I'm working in the PR, I want engagement. If I'm head of the cheerleading logistics or the Browns event staff coordinator.
You just bag a cheerleader or something. What's all this cheerleader talk?
No, I said, but that's what I said. Event, like the event coordinators for Cleveland. It's like, yeah, I want Shador at the signing. Like if I got the mascot, like I want Shador. Like Shador is the one bringing in clicks. This show got 285 views. Shador.
That was a heavily watched game. We got Emmitt Smith talking about it. We got LeBron talking about it. I mean, and here's the thing with Shador.
So if you either use me for my talent, or protect me while I work to get better. Which one is it? Do I need work and do I need work and do I need to grind and do I need to lay low and I need to put the work in and I need to crash and crawl and get to the top of this motherfucking mountain? Or are you going to use me? Are you going to use me because you want engagement? And then you're going to put me out there without the right preparation, without the right amount of preparation, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do my thing. Because the one thing my dad has told me is that there's no surprises for the day playmakers make plays. And there ain't no surprises on that shit. Hike, nigga. Let's and watch what I fucking do with that bitch. Hike.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's not even talking bad. Everybody talking about his attitude and has he got a bad attitude and his demeanor and he's cocky and he's this and he's that. But when they put the camera in front of his face, he don't never got a stink face. He's never once pouted. I got some all pros on my football team that pout every day in the facility. You don't think Micah's out there pouting? You don't think that Trayvon's out there pouting, bro? They pout, bro. They pout. And they don't sign nothing.
But once again, we are talking quarterback. We are talking quarterback. So they're going to be – them niggas is allowed to pout.
To a sense. But if I'm the one that has to pay you, I don't know if that's what I want walking through my locker room. Even if it's only for a day or 2 days or whenever. I don't need to pout.
You talking any position? Like every position?
Any position. But the thing is, we treat him like he acts like he is a cornerback. We treat him like he acts like he can pout. He ain't been pouting. All he do is say the right thing.
Hold on. Yeah. I mean, listen, the way the Browns are doing, I feel like they gotta do different shit. Like they gotta.
Which side are we on, yo? Is he good enough to where the camera can be in his face? Or is he not?
Bro. That shit is weird, bro. That shit is weird, bro. Because it's like
where we at?
Nike milking them. It's like we gonna milk you, and then all right, good looks. All right.
One thing Nike gonna do is milk the athlete because Nike already
for Kenny Pickett.
Listen, but here's the thing: Mikey already got the never doubted you at. Nike already has the Shador success story campaign in the cut. It's saved to a file, and they ready to fire that off the second it starts baking for Shador. Don't get it twisted. But that's what I'm saying. This don't got
marketing team section strictly for Shador at this point.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't even want to blame
action marketing Shador team on.
So I don't even want to blame Nike for this one.
No. I'm not blaming Nike. I'm blaming the Browns. I'm blaming the Browns. But we already know with how they drafted, because what they could have did is, I'm not going to make it seem like, because they needed a quarterback, like they needed a young guy. Kenny Pickett is not it. He's a second, third. It's kind of like with the Giants right now. Like he's like, I don't even know what to call him. But Tanner McKee is better than Kenny Pickett. Nigga, who y'all just got is better than Kenny Pickett? Joe Milton.
No, he's not.
Joe Milton?
Joe Milton is not that good. The one thing I'm gonna do is tell the truth about my football team.
You think Kenny Pickett's better than Joe Milton though?
No. Joe Milton has better traits than Kenny Pickett. Will Grier is better than both Kenny Pickett and Joe Milton right now, today.
Will Grier,
West Virginia legend. Will Grier, yeah.
Come on,
he plays for the Dallas Cowboys, bro. I will not lie to you about my football team, dog. I will tell you the goddamn truth. There is no reason for me to lie about somebody sucking. on my
so
team.
you're saying Will Greer is better than Kenny Pickett too?
Yes, I'm saying Will Greer is better than both Joe Milton and Kenny Pickett.
What about Tanner McKee?
Tanner McKee is probably tied, but they were like, "Yo, we like Tanner McKee. He's younger. Will Greer, people don't. That's what I'm saying. Will Greer was on the Eagles. Will Greer has a Super Bowl ring. Yeah, so he has a Super Bowl ring. Like when Will Greer came through, we could evaluate players on our offense. When Joe Milton was playing, we could not evaluate anything that was going on offense. Not saying he can't get there, not saying that he doesn't have traits that everybody likes and loves, because he has a deep ball, he can throw, he can run, but he has no accuracy, he has no touch, and people are wide open in the flats and he's running the football. So as an evaluator of the position, I'm not necessarily about to say that Joe Milton is better than anybody. He got a lot of work to do, but Kenny Pickett isn't good either. So that's why I just hope you know I'm not lying to you when I tell you this.
Your boy Joe Milton's basically like a Timu Anthony Richardson.
Okay, and I'll take that. You know what I mean? I'll take that.
Love that nigga, though.
No, bro.
You drafting Anthony Richardson?
If he's not starting, I'm not drafting him. But if I will take a flyer on Anthony Richardson in the 17th round.
It's like a fighting life or death with Daniel Jones. That's tough.
That's where you're losing me. That's where you lose me, because that's supposed to be an easy win. You're supposed to just be able to beat out Daniel Jones, and we know we just act like this never happened.
That's supposed to be the easiest part of like your story mode, like
your adversity.
Yeah,
right.
It's like
your adversity.
Right. Level 1. Daniel Jones, and then when you get on to level 2 and you just keep losing level 1, nigga, this shit not even on automatic.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You playing too much, and you playing too much, and I'm about to not trust you no more. If you can't beat Daniel Jones, and they're choosing Daniel Jones over you, all right, because that means you just threw away the whole season.
I almost want to bring back that clip from when he quit, and then we were talking about it after, and I was trying to quit kind of a crazy word. He was tired.
He was tired, bro. He was tired. All right, but whatever. We not getting on Anthony Richardson today. We talking about the AFC East, but yeah.
Are we getting into the AFC East now? Last thing on Shador. The last thing on Shador, bro. Yeah, listen, you could go roll out with Joe Flacco, whoever else. You could roll out Dylan Gabriel, but nigga, you know how usually it takes like a game of some bad shit for like, yo, put in this nigga. It's going to take a couple bad drives. Niggas going to be chanting Shador, bro. This is the trick bag you got yourself into.
That's the biggest issue. And I don't know if you remember, but the thing I told you after the draft, the biggest problem that they had with selecting Buddy was that he already got the locker room. They selected Shador in the 5th round. They selected Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd. Defense, players on the defense, Ward, his last name's Ward, number 2. Denzel Ward, who is a cog in their defense, is tweeting out, "Let's go Shador." So there's already going to be that disconnect where the big like the locker
he's
room
a top 10 corner in the league,
right? But that's what I'm saying. The locker room already is ready to support Shador. You are talking this. You have to think about who's in the locker room. Everybody in the locker room has quote unquote been doubted. Everybody in the locker room has quote unquote had to deal with adversity to get to who they are, to become the man that they were, and to become the player that they are. So you shitting on Shador and him overcoming it ain't going to do nothing but make them boys love him even more. You know, I'm not trying to rap and shit, but it's like they resonate with.
You get into your human psychology, team, sports bag. Yep.
Yeah,
you spitting facts though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, they're going to ride with him. And what is this? Like, I feel bad for Dylan Gabriel, bro. I don't even know what he looks like.
I've been feeling bad for him. And here's the thing. Have you seen any of his interviews? that boy is like, he's kind of weird, bro. He's kind of awkward. He's weird, bro. He's weird, bro. He's weird.
Okay. So now weird, we got that. Bro. Now we're dealing with that dynamic. We dealing with the cooler nigga, the weird motherfucker, and the cool motherfucker. Like, we already know how that goes.
He looked like he'd be taking like probably like edibles before or after the game, like surfer vibe, like kind of answering questions, and you're like, I don't even know what he just said for real type of energy. Like,
okay, so right, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I mean, man. Like, bro, nobody has Dylan Gabriel's on that team. Like, there's people with the Deons on that team, bro. They got the Deons, bro. They got the Standards. They got the Diamondbacks. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is like they can act like they hate this man all they want, but we're not stupid. You acting like you hate Buddy. You didn't want him, but then the second that it benefits your team for any reason at all, we promote it and we bring him out there.
Well, here's the thing. Do you believe the owner when he said that he didn't want Shedeur and he had no idea?
The owner don't know nothing, bro. The owner doesn't. The owner, listen to me. The owner said he's still available. You're selecting him. The GM didn't want him. Yes, I believe that Barry did not want him. I believe that. You don't have to sell me on. I know for a fact he didn't. He drafted Dylan Gabriel before him. You didn't want him. When you draft Tyler Shook before him, you just didn't want, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to explain that to me. You let me know. I can read in between the lines. But
a nasty pick this weekend too. I think it was a pick 6.
Yeah, it was a pick 6. But a lot of them almost had some pick 6s. Like, a lot of QBs had some almost pick 6s. So I'm gonna shoot him a little bail on it. It's just Shedeur played really, really well. And you know what I mean? This is stupid. This is stupid. Cleveland, y'all can defend this all you want. I really don't care. But at the end of the day, y'all goofy as hell. Y'all be in there watching. Y'all be in there going to the games. It be cold as hell. And y'all going through too much bullshit for them to be playing in y'all's face like this. Like, y'all got to tell them to stop. But if y'all not going to tell them to stop, they not going to stop. So,
I just remember that they have Deshaun Watson still. Yo, hey.
Freaky D. You already know.
Nah, niggas gonna think you talking about me, man.
Relax. Oh, yeah, my bad. Freaky Watson. Freaky Watt.
yeah, freaky ass boy. Wait, you see his training video? He had a training video today where he's trying to show his stuff. You see his video after Shedeur did his
stuff? At the end of the day, bro, like, he might be fine on somebody else's team, but he needs to get out of here.
Who? Nobody's taking him for what?
They might.
All right, so he has the guaranteed money in Cleveland. Do you think vet minimum, kind of like what happened with Russ and the Broncos for the Steelers, vet minimum, you think any team is scooping up Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, somebody will. I mean, again, it might not be like off of full bill of health at the quarterback position, and like we're picking him to be the starter. But if something goes wrong with JJ McCarthy, if something goes wrong with Justin,
what team is dealing with a sex offender as their second string quarterback, bro?
I think at that point it's like not going to be a. I think that's the only reason why I'm saying that is because I think at that point it's like, all right, we already ridiculed him for him being Freaky Watt, and it's like we're done with it.
Karl Malone is still getting it, and we weren't even really alive for
Karl Malone is the second highest scorer in NBA history, bro. We already ruined that. We already messed that up.
Have you ever seen a tweet where nowadays? Have you seen a Karl Malone tweet where they're bigging him up, like, yeah, shout out to him and stuff?
Bro, he impregnated a 13-year-old. I'm not trying to defend Deshaun Watson, but like I don't want to talk about the Karl Malone, bro. He was an awful human being, bro. Like,
I'm just saying though, like, it might have not been on that level. It's still it's in the 60s numbers, but it's like second string. Like, you want that in your locker room, bro? I
No.
I
I don't think that people want it in their locker room.
He
I don't think that people want it in
the
the
locker room as soon as he gets in that bitch. He just
But football, it gets
energy.
weird in football, bro. It gets
What?
weird in football. I'm saying, I don't think that people want that in their.
I keep forgetting you want Christian Wilkins freaky ass still. So
bro, Mike Green, do you see what Baltimore's talking about Mike Green right now? They don't care that he was trying to get on some shit. He got banned.
Yeah,
he got banned. They like, hey, bro, like,
twice. Yeah, I mean,
he got banned, bro.
But he. Damn.
Like,
I don't really have a
no,
rebuttal for that.
Yeah, like this football is a different kind of game, bro. Shador is catching more hell for being a rich, spoiled, talented football player that's cocky as shit than the sex offender ever did. The sex offender never had to earn his spot, bro. The freak boy that was touching women up and down Houston to the point where even if you cut his allegations in half, you still at like 40. If you cut 40 in half, you still at 20. You cut 20 in half, you still at 10.
And
that guy never got ridiculed, and they maxed him out. That's what I'm saying. The same team that's trying to.
He didn't get ridiculed. Are you talking about media?
I'm talking about Cleveland. Cleveland knew what was good with Buddy and maxed him out.
And they be shooting him. They be backing him. I think due to the fact that it's like you kind of got to because you're the one that.
No, they owned up to it. They owned up to it this year.
Yeah. He did.
But nonetheless, bro, think about this. One person is known for touching on ass and taking shit that don't belong to him. The other person is just cocky as hell, and we don't like him because we don't like his daddy and how he approaches shit. And the one that gets punished and the one we're going to try to show up and we're going to try to teach a lesson to is the one that has no accusation of any felony charges at all.
Well, listen. And I'm not even just playing devil's advocate here because, as a Giants fan, I wanted Shador at a point. I'm very happy with Jackson Dart, by the way. Shout out to Jackson Dart for doing his thing. But with Shador, we do have to – this is a grown man, man. We have to give him some accountability for his – I don't think he should have went in the fifth, but at the end of the day –
I'm not – I didn't take no non-accountability from him. I called him everything that everybody calls him. They don't like him because he's cocky, he's arrogant.
No. Let me get to this point. Let me get to this point. So he fumbled the interview with the Giants. Some people are in denial about that. We're not lying about that. And if the Giants were lying about that, I'm pretty sure Shador's team would have said something by now.
Right, but I don't even think that got anything to do with it. Like that's bygones.
I know, but listen. In terms
like he's on
where he in terms of where he got drafted, if that was his number one option, he had the custom cleats for us. Imagine every other team. I heard he wasn't even meeting with a lot of the teams.
No, but that's what I'm telling you. His dad is the person that he's listening to. I already broke this down to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? His dad is the person that he's listening to. And he didn't have an agent. He did not have an agent. So you're not even going through the motions. You're not even playing the game. If I see a girl tonight and she thinks I'm cute and she likes me, it doesn't matter if I know that. There's still a game. There's still a process that I gotta go through in order to get the dub. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna just go through, be me, and you gonna pick me. That's not how this works. This is not how this draft process works. And we will punish you for it. Just like we will punish you for transferring. We will punish you for NIL. Like, so there was already a lot that they were ready to come down on him for, and he wasn't seeing it, and he didn't have nobody in his rear view that had him. His pops thinks that he can move it like it's 2000, like it's 1992. It's not.
Like he's an all pro, all world corner.
So I'm not taking, or I mean, I get it. Some people are in denial. They're going to fight tooth and nail.
That's all I'm talking about. I know you're aware of like how shit went down and whatnot. But now that you drafted him now, so all that needs to be
exactly. That's why I'm on. That's why I'm on the Browns. That's why I'm on the Browns. So yeah,
we got it.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, y'all picked him. He's here now.
Yeah, so you right by him if he's performing. Treat him like a quarterback that's outperforming, because what happened? Who did Russell Wilson usurp? Matt Flynn.
But bro, that's not even the point. You're not even getting reps. What they did to him was so grimy. He got no reps during the week. And then they're going to announce on Thursday evening after practice that the door is going to be the starter.
Well, Dylan Gabriel and what's his name was hurt though. Apparently. So I don't know if that was like the plan if they were healthy.
When did they get hurt? Did they get hurt after practice or before practice or during practice? Because for my man to get no reps, that just goes to tell me that Joe was the one that was getting the reps. Those other guys were hurt. Joe was the one getting the reps. They're trying to be low about Kenny Pickett. Bro, don't nobody want that motherfucker. But nonetheless, they're trying to act like he has value. That's why he's that too. They're trying to act like we watch football. Like I watched him play. He's not good. The reason he was good is because he had Jordan Addison.
And not only that is I'm running back to college. Now, damn, you made me lose my train of thought. Not only that, he's kind of a dickhead. It's kind of like the Carson Wentz situation. Like part of the reason why Carson Wentz, like he got a lot of chances after, but part of the reason why the Eagles were so done with him was like, nigga, like you over here salty about the Super Bowl just because you weren't the starting quarterback and you being weird about it and shit.
That was a hard pill to swallow, though, bro. Like, I get it and I agree, but like, I can see the majority of dudes not being able to come back from that. They're not going to. I think Dak might be able, like, Dak might have the personality to bounce back from that. I don't think Joe Burrow would be able to come back from that. I think there's a lot of QBs that if that was like they were slinging it, running shit, about to be MVP. And then somebody else comes through and they got the glory, bro. Nick Foles got the glory.
Yeah, but but bro, the Eagles fans were still like they were still propping up like, yo, Carson Wentz would have had that MVP. They were still gassing him. They knew.
Yeah, but he won us a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know, bro.
He won us a Super Bowl, bro.
Like imagine if he embraced them, like, yeah, this is my man's Nick Foles. Like he really, I know I got us there, but this is my man's Nick Foles.
But that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I think it takes a certain type of person to be cool with that. Not everybody got the ego for that right there. I'm serious. Not everybody's going to tell you the truth that they don't have the ego for that. But there's not a lot of people that's built that way to be able to just take that one on the chin and be able to smile in front of the cameras off of that one right there. Bro, he did the pinnacle, bro. Like that was their first title, right?
Yeah, that was their first ring ever.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, there was a lot, like, you know what I mean? Like I go down in history. If I just finish this thing through, I didn't. And now he got the statue in Philly. And I'm over here just raising my kids and shit. Thank God my wife is pretty. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, he ate that humble pie eventually. I mean, you seen that picture where he's wearing gear. That's crazy how, like, a couple years, how much shit could change, especially in the NFL.
I mean, football is you gotta have, you need a mindset to be a professional athlete in general. You gotta have a certain type of mindset. So you know what I mean. You gotta really think about it. Like I think I'm the man. Tomorrow when I wake up, I'm gonna wake up the man. And then by the time the day ends, like I don't have nothing that made me the man no more. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's depressing. Not gonna lie.
I don't got nothing that make me the man no more, bro. So that's how it's going. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to shoot bail to Carson Wentz, but it's just like it's tough. I mean, remember it was Dak versus Carson. Dak beat him out.
Well, to bring it back to the point, Kenny Pickett, ironically, just got a ring with the Eagles. But the whole reason why he was there is because he wasn't trying to have a QB battle with the Steelers. So bringing that back to who were we even talking to before this?
We were talking about Shador not supposed to be in fourth. Talking about Deshaun Watson still on the roster. Talking about Joe getting reps.
And people don't want Kenny Pickett. Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. So he's not talented. And I mean, bro, he was averaging like less than a touchdown a game for like a year and a half straight.
Bro, we seen enough of him. Like, we seen enough on him. Like, the film is out, the jig is up. You can't convince me that he's good. I've seen enough. I've already seen him play football. He ain't good. He's not good. He's not good. And then you don't even have to be good to play on the Steelers because the defense is going to do all the work for you. And he still just couldn't get that done. So it's just like, let that go. If you're going to give Dylan Gabriel a shot, okay, fair enough. Let's see it. But what is the best ability in football? Availability.
Yeah.
Shador Sanders.
I mean,
congratulations.
I mean, listen, man. Here's the thing, too. Like, if y'all were confident in Kenny Pickett, why are you drafting two quarterbacks? I know it kind of got messed up in the thing, but it's like I feel like they are trying to pump up Kenny Pickett's value, and it's not going to work. Your best bet is trying to pump up Dylan Gabriel because you got to get that kid out of there. Like,
well, you don't. I mean, you can keep him if you really like him for real, which I don't think they do. I just don't. I don't. But
I mean, they did. They drafted him. That was like
in the third round.
Yeah, but can you think Kevin Stefanski didn't have a part in that?
I think for sure he did, bro. I think they were going to lie to themselves and tell them that anybody was better than Shador. Anybody, like, they were going to lie to themselves and tell them that toxic ass motherfucker is not the option, and we're going with this guy over here, whether it was true or not. But now we on the same team, same turf, and we in between the same lines, and it's going to show. It's going to show who's nice, who's not. And Dylan Gabriel's hurt, so you already behind the power curve here.
And you can't trick the locker room. Like, you can't fool them players. The first ones to know who's like that at quarterback is them boys in the locker room.
The defense. And Myles Garrett has already told him, yo, we're gonna need you. So this is done with. This is a done deal.
He said that to Shador?
Yeah. And the mic'd up. He already said that. Essentially, I might be off a little bit, but the gist of it was, yo, we gonna need you. Stop playing with me. So, like, bro, we're like, this is done, bro. This is a done deal here, and they might as well just embrace it, like that about themselves. Fire up the two first round picks that they got from next year, build around them, and have a party. And stop. Like, they got too many emotions involved. This is the worst. This is like Dallas's big problem is that we got all these emotions involved when it comes to bullshit. They're like worse than Dallas. Like, this is worse than what we be doing. So it's just like, just stop playing with Buddy. He's going to be the starter, bro.
Wait, hold on. I want to bring this joint back with Tyler Show. He had a good little touchdown, but have you seen this from when they drafted him?
You mean to tell me that this 26-year-old injury-prone ass, weak-ass quarterback that didn't even have one decent season to his name, bro?
Like, Hey man, do y'all see how many people in here, bro? Y'all looking silly in front of the hoes right now. Hold up, bro. We can't be out here looking silly in front of the hoes.
Man, I didn't gave these niggas so many years of my fucking life. They ain't gonna do me like this bitch ass nigga.
That nigga hurt.
We looking silly right now.
Man, this nigga 25 years old. That nigga got 5 broken legs, 2 broken shoulders. What the fuck is he gonna do for me? What the fuck can I do on a nigga that's almost 30 years old? That nigga been in college for the last 10 years, bro. I can't do shit with that. You going from fucking Jalen Hurts to Tyler Shuck. This bitch ass nigga going from Beyonce to fucking man. I ain't gonna disrespect that ass like that, bro. I don't got shit for these niggas. I ain't recording no songs. I ain't got no tweets. I ain't got no positivity. I hope every nigga associated with that fucking team have a terrible life. Terrible fucking life. Fuck these niggas, man. Fuck.
Motherfuckers just trying to win a football game, bro. They just trying to win on Sunday, bro.
Anyway,
Shit, they just trying to win on Sunday, bro. That's it. And they know they're not going to get no closer to winning on Sunday with Tyler Shaw than anything else that they already had on the roster. But that's the Kellen Moore play right there, because he bought himself an extra 2 years. Yeah, bought himself an extra 2 years. I need my quarterback.
Yo, second round is crazy though. Who was drafted? I know he was like the golden boy. Like, you know, there's always that golden boy that raises up, like Will Levis that 1 year. There's always that golden boy, but like second round though, like, yeah, I'd be mad if I were them too. Who they go?
Hey, they like him.
Who they like in the first round?
Like, they went left tackle. They did the right thing in the first round, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they did the right thing. They went left tackle. We're going to wait on our quarterback, because you got to remember, this year, Gus, Nussmeier comes out, right? I think I want to say his name is Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah, he comes out from LSU.
Oh,
right. They went Kelvin Banks.
So if that doesn't work out for them, it's okay, because Kellen Moore can have a bad season again. He says, look, we just going to get Archie. So Kellen Moore has lined it up to where he can have 2 bad seasons, and it's okay, because the fans going to just talk about how we on our way to get Archie or Gus. And those cats is Louisiana football players. Archie went to high school in Louisiana, and we already know who his daddy is. I mean, his granddaddy is. And then Gus grew up, and his dream was to play for LSU. And then now, you know what I mean? He about to be first round pick. Go ahead and play for New Orleans. We do this thing at home. So like Kellen's a genius, bro. No one's the smartest person in the room is Kellen, bro. It's always been that way.
Well, if that's the plan, do you have to get a second round quarterback, because you could have got something in the third, and you already have Spencer?
Bro, Rattler. We don't want nothing. We're not trying to make the team good, bro. Yes, we need them in the second round. We're trying to punt. We're trying to punt. We're trying to make it look serious, bro. We selected him in the second round, bro. We like this man. He was Justin Herbert's backup.
Yo, that's so crazy. Justin Herbert's backup back in like what, 2018?
Yeah, Justin Herbert was a freshman. He was a redshirt freshman. But that's whatever. We don't gotta tell him about that though. We don't even gotta tell him about that though. All we gotta do is tell him, like, bro, he's 6'6". He got
Saints Twitter is hilarious on Twitter. Side note, so that's why it's just the funniest team for it to happen to. Because I'm not surprised by that space or any
they
other
can't believe
space.
That shit. Like, bro, and it's like, I get it. Like, even if you don't like Shador, like, this is what I would tell my organization, like, yo, if we don't like no first round quarterback, we're not doing quarterback until the later rounds, until 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, we're just not going to do it. Either we're going to do it at 1, like in the first round, or we're not doing it until day 3.
Hey, speaking of rookie quarterbacks, did you catch the Giants Bills game, or because you were hating on my boy Jackson Dart?
So I don't necessarily think it's like you say it's hate, but I don't know if it's really like, I don't really worry about the preseason like that. So it's like, if it's good, it's like, all right, good.
We were on the phone. I was at the grocery store, and you were like, damn, Shador doing his thing. He going off. And I'm like, oh, shit, that game going on, huh? So, I mean, you were... I hadn't watched the game yet. I had just turned it on. So, I don't know if I said he was going off, but I did say that... You said something positive about his play, nigga. That's all that matters.
But yeah, I'm going to say positive about his play if I see
him. You saw what Jackson Dart did. You saw him looking in the face of adversity and still getting that deep ball off and audible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that.
That's the thing with Daniel Jones. That boy don't even know how to spell audible. So I'm liking what I'm seeing already from Yo. But in terms of Giants fantasy notes right now, listen, you might be a big Cam Scatterboo fan, but you gotta let people in your leagues take him. Like, he's going to go too high off name value, and it's just he's not worth it where he's going right now. I like the guy. You know what I mean? He's on my team. I was happy when I got him. I remember I texted you maybe the night before that day of the draft. I was like, yo, if we could get Scatterboo in the morning, like I said that shit like 5 times to like 5 different people, and it happened. So I'm happy to have him, but yo, y'all gotta calm down. Like Tyrone Tracy's still here. He's still doing his thing. And then my boy Dante Turbo Miller was doing his thing too, probably trying to take that job from Devin Singletary. But the point is, we have options at running back that isn't named Tyrone Tracy. And Tyrone Tracy just had a great rookie year last year. So that's his job right now.
So y'all gonna be figuring. So y'all gonna be figuring out what y'all got going on throughout the season, throughout this first 4 or 5 weeks of the season.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you getting Scatterboo, you get him for like later. Like he might pop later. He's not gonna pop early.
That should be the play for any rookie, any first year skill player in fantasy. You can draft them, that's cool, but you need to draft them understanding that it might not pop off week 1, 2, or 3.
But there's levels to that because we know Matthew Golden's going to be immediately a factor. We know Amari and Hampton is going to be immediately a factor.
But again, even with Amari on Hampton, I think that he's going to be good, but I don't think that he's going to be getting bell cow touches off break. You know what I'm saying? Like even Matthew Golden.
It depends on Najee. Matthew Golden is starting immediately.
No. He's a starter.
Circle of friendship receiving room already.
But starting and producing is 2 completely different things. He could be a starter, but it might take him a little bit of time to adjust to the NFL. He's not going to go out there and just straight up, I can deal with the jam. Like I can deal with the jam.
I mean, why not though? Why not? Because
he couldn't deal with
Brian Thomas and neighbors. And I understand
he's not that same prospect.
I know. They're not the same prospect. They're not the same prospect. But with the tutelage of Matt LaFleur and the kind of unit that they got right now, they have one of the best rosters in the league, especially in the NFC. I mean, why can't he get busy off the early?
I mean, I'm not drafting him to get busy off the early. And again, everybody's busy might be different. Because I'm talking about averaging 15 points a game coming out. I don't think he's doing that coming out. I think he's capable of doing it eventually. Might be week 7, 8, 9, 10. But I don't know if it's off break. Amon St. Brown wasn't even cooking off break. You know what I mean? And he won people fantasy football leagues at the end of his rookie year. Like it takes time.
That's a good example.
Like it takes time for these guys to bake. It takes time for these guys to read defense, especially if they weren't at Ohio State for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Do you know where Matthew Golden was at before Texas?
Nah.
He was in Houston. You want to know who he couldn't beat out?
Who?
Tank Dell.
I thought it was going to be Tank Dell, but I was like, you know when you have an answer in your head and it's like, that's too easy.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not – again, Matthew Golden was a prospect that was studied very, very hard and during the Dallas Cowboys – like during the Cowboys draft process. So, like –
You know who a quarterback had a transfer for because of Caleb Williams?
You said what quarterback had a transfer for Caleb Williams? Spencer Rattler.
Yeah. Jackson Dart.
Oh, well, Spencer Rattler too.
Wow.
You're talking about the USC.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Spencer Rattler was there at Oklahoma when Caleb Williams. But yeah, Jackson Dart. Yeah. But nigga, I'm telling you, I mean, good for you. Like, bro, I don't have a problem with your team being good and you liking your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you, bro.
We need that get back. That's all I know. I need
9 years of it. You realize the last time.
I see where you're going with this. Nah. We moving. We still need to talk about the AFC East. Anyway, we gotta talk about everything regarding them. It's the AFC East episode. We've already done the North and the South. We're gonna do the West after this. Shout out to all y'all, peeping 89. feel free to leave some questions if you got any for us this time. Kind of like we'll take some questions and whatnot. But I guess we could start. Let's start with the Jets. Let's start with the Jets. So,
did we already talk about the Jets? I think we already talked about the Jets a little bit, bro.
We did talk about them a little bit, but we didn't talk about them in totality.
Okay. All right.
So, all right. So with the Jets, who are you taking first, fantasy wise? And we'll get to like their whole season outlook and all that. But fantasy wise, are you taking Breece Hall or are you taking Braylon Allen?
Bro, I'm not touching. Oh, you were gone. You were gone. I already said, bro. We're not touching Breece Hall. We're not touching Breece Hall.
Right, so we on the same page now. Because last episode, you were like, oh yeah, I think he's gonna get busy.
Well, no. He can still get busy, but again, I've explained to them basically what I basically said was that they're splitting the backfield. When there's facts that they're splitting the backfield and he's not going to be the bell cow, it's like, bruh, and he's not just splitting with one other running back. He's splitting with two other running backs. Like he might catch the ball out the backfield, but I don't even know how much he's going to run, how much they're going to be throwing the ball out the backfield because Justin Fields can just run it. So that's
a big problem with him.
Yeah. So for me, like there's some places where he's going before Amarion Hampton. Like I told them I'm drafting everybody before him. I'm drafting Alvin Kamara before him, Amarion Hampton before him, James Conner, Kenneth Walker. Like he's Williams. He's literally like the 23rd ranked running back for me personally.
Oh, so you moved them down? Is that new?
Yeah.
You moved them down?
Yeah. That's based off of everything we've seen.
Even way before we knew this, I was like, bro, I'm just good off of it. Like that offense. I mean, that offense is going to be lagging a little bit. I have a little bit of hope in Justin Fields and just the emergence of.
There's just not going to be a high scoring offense. And for me, the long story short, the only advice I can really give you is like you should probably try to get running backs, like the top 20 running backs in the NFL fantasy last year, they all averaged 9.5 wins a game. So you should probably you should probably be selecting running backs that play for a team that are capable of winning football games and scoring points. Like those should be the two main factors, the two main tiebreakers outside of talent. Is it like, all right, what do I think this guy's team is capable of doing? How many easy touchdowns, easy points, easy carries, easy touches is he capable of getting throughout the season? Not even a game, throughout the season. And with Breece Hall, I think he's super talented. I think he can break. I think he got gas. I think he's a dog. But I just don't think that the Jets are built for what he got going on right now.
And just to expand on your logic with that, you got to remember when it comes to those teams that are winning above 500, what that means is they're in games where they're winning. And what do you do at the end of the game when you're winning?
You run the clock out.
Exactly. So that's a big part of it. And then what are you doing if you're behind a lot?
Throwing. But you either need to be the Bengals, Chase Brown, and you can catch those targets.
And that's the problem. This boy Isaiah Davis might be a part of that passing game too. So
right. So I mean that's why it gets tough. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like I do like there is going to be a part where I will take Breece Hall. It's not like he's off my draft list, but I'm not.
I feel like he's a sexy name that I know I'm not going to get him. He's on.
Right.
I almost want to rename my fade list to I know I'm not going to get him because it's not like I don't like these players. It's just I know the general public likes him more than I do. I know there's probably somebody in my league that likes him more than I do just based off.
I mean, they just trigger something for me. So it's like if a certain person goes, okay, now I know this is who I need to be targeting now. At this point, okay. If this person goes, okay, I know I need to be targeting this person. Like even when we got into it with the Cam Scottibo thing, it wasn't necessarily a dig or a shot at Cam. It's like, yo, if Cam goes, just go ahead and get Zach Charbonnet. If Justin Jefferson goes, just get CD Lamb. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? This shit is a tiers list. If this part of the tier goes, this is who we get.
You misconstruing it because I did ask you which you would pick, which you would prefer. So I mean, That's true too. But before we get to the Patriots, though, anyone else you're getting? I think they got Mason Taylor, the tight end. Right?
Yeah, but he has a high ankle sprain, so
I'm not
dealing. Yeah, I'm not dealing with people that are injured, especially rookies that are injured.
When did he get that?
In practice.
In practice? Yeah. Damn. Tajee Spears, your boy, just got a high ankle sprain too. So Tony Pollard's a pretty decent option. The late round, if you could get him, because Tajee Spears, high ankle sprain, it sounds sweet, but that's like a 4 to 6 week thing. Like no matter what, like that's one of them injuries where the timetable is the fucking timetable with that. So
yeah,
that's 4 to 6 weeks, and he was going to be good in the passing game too, but can't more than that. And then somebody else when it came to the Titans, I know we're not talking about them right now, but
Calvin Ridley.
Not Calvin Ridley. Chig Okonkwo. Yeah. So he played all the snaps with Cam Ward. And he's somebody who's extremely talented that's just had kind of finicky-ass quarterback play this whole time. So we could get him some good quarterback play, similar to David Njoku, similar to Jerry Jeudy. We might see him really pop off, and he might be a nice little steal if you don't get tight end early in your drafts. But I got used to that. Wrap.
All right, bro. I'm about to speed through this junk. Look, this is what we got going on here. Going to the Patriots. Look, this backfield, we already saw it. We saw what Tevin, we already saw what fucking Trayvon Henderson did. He went crazy. He broke Washington Commanders special teams ass, but nonetheless, you can see the gas that he has. And basically, regardless if it's a split backfield or not, Trayvon Henderson will be the pass catching back. He will be the pass catching back. He's going to catch a screen, and it is going to go for 76 yards and a touchdown. He will do that this year, and it's going to benefit your fantasy team a lot. Between Drake May being back there as a talent and them probably being down a lot, he's going to get a lot of check down passes and also in between the tackles. He's just one of those guys where he has that Jahmyr Gibbs speed. You don't want him having the majority of the rushing shares. You don't want him being a bell cow running back. But at the end of the day, if you get him anywhere between 15 to 17 touches, he's going to benefit your football team in real life, and he's probably going to benefit your fantasy football team and fantasy. So obviously right now, though, it's going to be a problem. You're not going to be buying low on him due to the fact that he did have that amazing play. First play of the preseason for New England. But just keep an eye on him in this drafts. Again, I think I even rather would have Trayvon Henderson over Harvey that we were talking about earlier, and also over oh my God, I can't think of him from New England, New Jersey that we were just talking about. But I would rather have Trayvon Henderson before those guys, just based off the fact that he's going to be a focal part of their offense, and he's one of the only players on that team that has like game-breaking speed. Outside of him, Trayvon Diggs is a very, very great value at where he's at right now. At his ADP, and Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs is a very great value right now at his ADP. He's fully healthy, and he's running route. He's cutting on dime. He's doing his thing, and he's going to be probably going to end up being a security blanket for Drake May. Hunter Henry, again, if you punt it on tight end, not a bad flyer in the later rounds. And my personal favorite, Demario Douglas, Pop Douglas. He won the offseason award for the Patriots. So I would look for him to be a PPR vulture. If you're in a PPR league, don't be surprised if he averages like anywhere between like 10 to 13 points for you, kind of like what Khalil Shakir did last year if you had him when he plays for the Buffalo Bills.
Did you get to Kyle Williams?
Oh yeah, you can do that if you want to.
As a sleeper, don't sleep on this.
So I told him Stephon. The pass catchers would be Stephon, Demario, and then Kyle Williams. I think he's going to end up being good. I just don't know if it's going to be.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like it might not be, but that's someone I would eye. That's on your waiver wire. Let's say there's an injury or something. Like
right.
the kid has talent, he has juice, and you just have to trust. Not only do you have Mike Vrabel there, but you do have Josh McDaniels, and because of that, if you're gonna get Travion Henderson, and once again, I don't know what you were saying, I was pissing, but
Oh yeah, I was just talking about Travion Henderson. Talk about Hunter Henry as a late round flyer, and Stephon Diggs is healthy.
There's too many. I got the little mini Casamigos. There's too many tight ends for me to want to take a flyer on Hunter Henry personally.
Right. I mean, if you don't punt on it, then don't. You know what I'm saying? Again,
who would you rather have, Brenton Strange from the Jags or Hunter Henry?
I'd rather have Hunter Henry. But again, I'm like, it doesn't. I'm not going to lose sleep on whether I have like either one. You know what I mean? Like it's like, all right, cool. It gets to the point with tight end where like, yo, I'm just going to go ahead and scoop a starter. Like it'll get like after probably who's your boy from Minnesota that you were talking about drafting?
TJ
Hawkinson. Like I'm not going to draft TJ Hawkinson. Like I'm gonna draft Tucker Kraft. Like I'll just draft Tucker Kraft. You know what I mean? Like
TJ Hawkinson's there for you in the 7th.
I'm cool on it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna still load up on running back and wide.
Yeah. Nah,
you know what I mean? Like I'm cool on it. Remember, they gave me Bo Nix in the 7th.
That's the tier. TJ's and that's my man. Shout out to Lil TJ. He's one of those guys that like he's in that tier tight end that I'm probably not gonna get. He's on like if I see like it depends though. Like if in that round, the people I feel like, all right, I like this kid, but I think he's going to be there in the 8th round. Then I'll take TJ. It would have to be a situation like that. The league's being extremely sharp like that. That's kind of like how I would go. But when it comes to Ramondre, I'm a big Ramondre guy. Like in my big money league, they always say I'm always getting T. Higgins and I'm always getting Ramondre. But this year, I mean, the preseason kickoff return, his first touch in the NFL. Welcome to the NFL. Dogs it for a kick return touchdown. That's cool. It's Josh McDaniels though. That's the OC. They're going to be using a bunch of backs, but I think later down in the season, kind of like we're saying with these rookies, skill positions, he's going to take it. But Ramondre's still going to be useful. I'm not saying not to draft him. But
So basically, what I try to tell him is like I basically gave him the drop on Trayvon Henderson. Like he's Jahmyr Gibbs. So Jahmyr Gibbs has David Montgomery. Just because Jahmyr Gibbs is a dog and does his thing and helps them win doesn't mean that they're not going to involve another back in regards to the touches. You don't even want Trayvon Henderson having anything over probably 20 touches in a football game. Now you're risking injury. So I was just telling them like he'll probably be somebody that gets in between anywhere between 15 to 17 touches a game, whether it be in between the tackles or just catching back passes out that backfield. But it's fine because he's such a game breaker. He'll still be beneficial for you, especially in those middle to late rounds. The dead quarterback position, like the dead quarterback area.
Yeah. Besides that, I know we already talked about the AFC South, but Joe Mixon, how do you feel about where you drafting him? Are you taking a shot on that? He's kind of in that age group of like Saquon and Christian McCaffrey and Josh Jacobs. Like,
the way I live my fantasy football life is when everybody's zigging, I'm zagging. You feel me? So yeah, there was a time where I was not touching Joe Mixon, but now where his ADP has falling all the way down. Okay, now I'm gonna take the flyer on Joe Mixon. Just like now, I'll take a flyer on Chris Godwin. There was a time where I was drafting Ibuka before Chris Godwin, but now like I'll take Chris Godwin.
You'll take Chris Godwin over Ibuka.
No. Take him where he's going.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He was going as a 4th round pick at one point. You know, he's not a 4th round pick anymore. Joe Mixon was going as a 3rd round, 4th round pick, and some people are going to remember that he was the number 1 running back for like the first few weeks in like 10 weeks, first like 8 weeks in fantasy.
But remember, I told you after game 2 or 3, what did I say? I was like, yo, this nigga is cooking, but is this sustainable? Because he's getting like 30 carries.
Well, for the rest of the backs, it was. For him, he got rolled up on. Unfortunately, it wasn't really his fault, but you know, he got the the gator tackle or the gator roll, whatever they call it, got rolled up on, messed his hip drop tackle, messed his ankle up. But yeah, I mean, right now they're not really giving us much information. I'm assuming he's going to be on PUB. Now, for those who don't know, PUB is a PUP list, and you're going to miss the first 6 games. But usually, once you get activated off of PUB, you got a 21-day practice window, and then after that 21 days, you're active, or you're inactive, and you're inactive for the entire season. So odds are he's probably going to be active, and it's going to take a minute. But the reason why I like Joe Mixon and I'm willing to draft him where he's falling at right now, and I'm not sure where he's going to be slotted at, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to deal with it, whether it's like the 8th, 9th, 10th round, is because when he does get back after that 6 weeks, he will be going to a offense that does have a solid wide receiver in Nico Collins, does have a good quarterback in CJ Stroud. We're not really going to know anything about the offensive line in general, but the defense is good. So again, this is probably a team that's going to be over the 9.5 win threshold, and the offense is probably going to be above average, and he'll be the starting running back in the offense. So I think based off of those, those pros and cons, he could be beneficial to your fantasy football team. You just got to hold off for that first 6 weeks. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. I feel you. But back to the Patriots with Kyle Williams. Like I said, I mean, the preseason game he just played was with Josh Dobbs. But he seems like he could get separation. It seems like he has some juice. So that's like someone I would keep an eye on. Just if there's some injuries to the Patriots, or if you're seeing some early flashes in games where early season you see him getting a decent amount of snaps and he does his thing in those amount of snaps, and people aren't paying attention to that Patriots game, let's say in the 1 o'clock window, keep an eye on Kyle Williams.
I mean, he could very well be, not even joking, like he could very well be Amon St. Brown. Like he could be that late season breakout that randomly out of nowhere from week 12 all the way to from week 10 all the way through week 14, he's over here killing shit. Like that's not out the realm of possibilities. Again, it's just something like he's saying, like just watch for it. And just because it's not popping off at the beginning of the season, don't mean that it's not going to pop when you need it to pop the most. And you need it to pop the most in the wintertime, close to Christmas. Ideally, a little bit after that.
And I wasn't planning on drafting Stephon Diggs, but it seemed so I'm drafting late August or early September. So we'll see what's going on with Cardi B, because if there's some Cardi B shit going on, like I know about Stephon Diggs. So as long as he's locked in, I'm feeling him. Like I think he's going to be locked in. But
I think he's one of those people that once he touched grass, it's up. Like he's not going to play around with football once he's on. Like once the cleats touch the field, he don't play about this shit, bro. You know what I mean? It's just like when he away from it, he gonna be on the yard with the doing his thing.
James Harden, like without
but when the cleats touch the field, like I don't think he plays. Like I really think he's serious. He's so serious about football. Like this is, you know what I mean?
It seems like he really likes Drake, man.
Yeah.
Seems like he's really fucking with him. And I feel like he kind of wants to finally find a home somewhere. He over here Cardi B kicking in with Robert Kraft. That might be where he retires. Who knows? Plus,
the last check. They gave him his last check. So
Cardi from New York. So this might be something, he'll take this shit serious. And
so you want to go to your second favorite team, Buffalo Bills? You talk about your second favorite team?
Buffalo Bills, second favorite team. Why is that my second favorite team?
I mean, you like Josh Allen, you like James Cook, you like Brian Daboll, what do you mean? Like
Brian Daboll is on the Giants now. Thank you very much.
Where was he before?
Along with his former assistant GM for the Bills, Joe Shane. So,
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I mean, we
got the same colors.
We were somewhat. We got a little bit of a deeper blue, but in a darker red, and just better uniforms in general. But we were also rumored for Gabe Davis, and it felt like for similar reasons. But yeah, with the Bills, yeah, man. I mean, I'm liking. It's just.
I mean, talk about your man James Cook. Talk about, you know what I mean. Tell me about the situation your man's dealing with.
I don't know what's going on with James Cook.
You know what I'm saying? Did you watch Hard Knocks? Did you watch Hard Knocks?
Nah, I didn't. What happened?
No, it was cool. It was. I mean, it was just, you know what I'm saying. If we're gonna talk about the Bills, you might as well bring up Hard Knocks. You know, it was cool. Deion Dawkins, a fly ass dude, cool ass dad and shit.
Abdul Carter was fucking him up.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Josh Allen, he was in it a little bit. What's up with your man James Cook?
What's good with him, bro? It feels like you trying to bait me into something. What happened?
No, I'm not. I'm saying this is your bro. This is your guy. This is your fantasy guy.
He's kind of down in my like draft shit right now, just because it kind of feels like a similar situation to the Jets, where you have the Braylon Allen in this case is Ray Davis. And what's good with their contract disputes? That's what I want to know about.
It's smoke. He showed up to practice. He was practicing for a little bit, and he was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm practicing." And then apparently he dressed out for the game last week. It was just like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm not going to play."
He refuses to take the field.
Yeah. So I'm just, you know, I ain't gonna lie. Josh Allen, he was going crazy on the He was doing this thing on the Hard Knocks. He came out for the blue and white scrimmage, or the red and white scrimmage, or red and blue scrimmage. Had on his little red jersey with the red visor on. I was like, all right, he gonna fly. He cold. He just got married. He just got married to Haley Steinfeld. She bad. She a baddie.
From Sinners. How'd you like that?
Yeah, I liked it. I really did. I liked all the symbolism that it showed. Like it showed like some deep symbolism. It was really dope.
I need me a prequel. I need more of that lore. I was really fucking with the story, but this ain't a movie podcast.
But yeah. So I mean, the Bills are the Bills, bro. At the end of the day, like I don't really got nothing to say about them outside the fact that they got the MVP. They're probably gonna do their thing. Khalil Shakir is day to day, week to week right now with an ankle injury, but they got Elijah Moore at wide receiver. Joshua Palmer's on the outside. He should help out a little bit. This is supposed to be your man Dalton Kincaid, another one of your favorites. It's supposed to be your man's breakout year. It's either now or never.
Bro. What's your problem with the Bills? Just because I say Josh Allen deserves Josh Allen.
Wait, you don't wait. Who have I said on the Bills that you don't fuck with? Like you fuck with. I'm not joking, bro. You actually fuck with all of the people that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Dalton Kincaid.
Oh, they're talented.
James Cook.
Talented guy.
Okay. Josh Allen.
Super talented.
All right. John Daboll.
You and this.
These are your guys. Why you acting like
Brian Daboll been off the Bills.
Why you not claiming right now, bro?
Yo, because you doing this little passive aggressive shit like I'm a Bills fan or some shit like that.
Bro, I said it's your second favorite team, bro.
It's not my second favorite team. My second favorite team is the Ravens.
Okay. Oh, so you really just out here being a
on some Baltimore shit. Yeah.
That's crazy.
What you mean? Why would the Bills be my? I like Josh Allen because I think him and Lamar like neck and neck, like their style of play. I love it. Like he's the more.
Okay, so why are you acting like you don't like
Josh Allen? Is the power. I like it, but because I feel like he be getting a lot of disrespect, so I gotta defend him.
Bro, you like James Cook. I was like, I did not believe in him last year. You did. You were like, nah, he gonna get some touchdowns.
And he proved you wrong because he was killing it in the playoffs.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why are you acting like you don't rock
because nigga, you know he's going through contract renegotiations and there's issues there. So what am I supposed to do with him in fantasy right now?
Just keep me updated on your man's. Like, why you don't just because he ain't signed no contract, you don't know nothing about what your man got going on? That's how it goes these days.
No. I know about Cam Scatterbo and Tyrone Tracy and Dante Miller and Devin Singletary.
All right, fair enough. Well, nonetheless, anyways, take the over on Buffalo to win the division. probably going to go ahead and win 11 games this year. Josh Allen, he already won his MVP, so he's probably not going to win it again. But yeah, he going to do his thing in fantasy, regardless of what the offense is.
To Joe Burrow.
Oh yeah.
They want Joe Burrow to have one now.
Yeah, it's Joe and Justin's turn. It's Joe or Justin's turn this year.
Yo, chill with Justin, bro. That's another thing you'd be hating on for no reason.
I don't hate on him because all I do is tell the truth about him. I've never lied about Justin. All I do is tell the truth. They love him because they love his traits. They love him because when he throws the football, he looks like one of the most talented football players in the NFL. That's not a cat. That's not cat.
Austin, you know with their style of offense, he's not winning no damn MVP, and they just lost Rashawn Slater.
You don't think so? You don't think that
Herbert was one of my targets for quarterbacks, by the way, until the Rashawn Slater thing? Because if you look at the stats, the stats of that offense with and without Slater, it's kind of daunting. Shout out to Joe Alt. Should do his thing, but you need 2 starting tackles. And
tackles matter, man. Tackles matter.
Yeah. So he can figure it out. But
yeah, no. The Bills gonna do their thing. Probably, most likely. For the Bills, it's not even really about the regular season for real. Like it's the Bills. We'll really be on the Bills' head once it's playoff time. Once it's Lamar versus Josh again. That's when we'll find out what's good with them. Respectfully, I'm not trying to shoot no shots. I'm really being serious. And then who's the last team we got to go with?
Well, last thing on the Bills. You have any updates on Maxwell Harrison, just in terms of their defense? They just added Joey Bosa, so that's cool.
He had a good training camp. Like he had a good, solid training camp. Was doing his thing. Obviously, he had the knee injury, but it wasn't an ACL. He's not out for a significant amount of time. I think they just want him. They're going to probably list it as day-to-day, and he'll be ready for week 1. But I like him, and that was actually when we were doing the draft. I called that. That's who they were going to draft in the first round. I actually bet on that they were going to draft him in the first round, and they hit.
You bet. So you won money off that?
Yeah, I was proud of that one. I was like, he's going in the first round. He's going to the Bills. I was hell bent on that shit.
You're tough. Keon Coleman, though, that's another guy I like, but I'm fading him this year. There's too much going on. They added Josh Palmer. They added Elijah Moore. And niggas probably don't even know that happened. So, there's a lot of options there. And Josh Allen, despite his running prowess and all that, he is sort of a point guard. Like, he'll get it to everybody in that offense, including Dawson Knox, which is another reason why I don't know if I'm going to be the Dalton Kincaid owner. But if I do happen to get Josh Allen in that 3rd round, 2nd round, wherever he's going, then I might try to stack that up. But big Khalil Shakir guy. I want a lot of Khalil Shakir and best ball and all that. Like, I feel like that's the play on that offense. Khalil Shakir.
Well, you gotta. I agree with you, but again, you gotta watch out, see how the ankle's looking.
What, for Khalil?
Yeah, he's ankle too. So it's just, I'm with you. It's just we had a lot of injuries. We just had a lot of injuries.
They'll inject him with some shit. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
See, no, here's the thing, and I want to get off the Bills so we can move on to our last team. But the thing is, all the wide receivers for the Bills, or all the pass catchers, I should say, their best position is the slot. Coleman, his best position is the slot. Khalil, slot. Dalton Kincaid was supposedly drafted to be a big slot. And it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, what do you do? Because, I feel like the most dependable guy in the slot is Khalil Shakir. You probably don't want him playing on the outside. So it's almost like, because the most dependable guy is Khalil, I feel like he got everybody else out of position for real.
Well, they could have liked Keon Coleman for that. But, he could definitely just, if he could get better at it, just play on the boundary.
Play on the outside. He has the size to do it.
Yeah, he's 6'3", confident. He was getting some of those deep balls, some of those 50-50 balls last year. It's just consistency. But with receivers, sometimes it's end of the season and sometimes it's their sophomore year. So, we'll see if he could really pick it up.
Year two wide out.
Yeah,
you never know.
He's on my radar for sure, but where I was drafting him last year, like it's going to be wait and see. But I want a piece of this Bills offense. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get Khalil Shakir, even though he's not that sexy of a name either. I still think it's kind of coming up. Like people are kind of hip. Like he's him. You know,
he's one of those people that they're not going to notice him until he's on the screen and like, oh, he's still available, and then they're going to select him.
Right, exactly. They're not going to be looking for him.
Right.
That's the thing.
But
I'm gonna be looking for him for sure. What's the last thing we're supposed to do? The Dolphins?
Yeah. Your favorite, your personal favorite.
This is actually. Where do we start with them, man? I don't think I'm drafting anybody from this team, bro. I don't believe in them as a team.
I am. The team's going to be a dumpster fire. The team's going to be a joke, but I'm still going to, like, as long as Tua's healthy, I'm still cool with Devin A-Chain. I'm still cool with Jalen Waddle at his value. Tyreek Hill is the biggest deal or no deal of the fantasy football season. If you go ahead and you bite the cheese, it can win you your league, but it could also be the reason you lose, because he might even get traded and go to a contender and start turning up. So with Tyreek Hill, just have a plan, bro. If you end up with Tyreek Hill in your team, like just have an escape plan, just have a plan B, just have some type of plan of how you're going to exit this.
What's the earliest round you would draft Cheetah?
If he fell, depending on depends the way that my draft is looking. If he fell to the 3rd or 4th round, I would select him. But again, if he's falling to the 3rd or 4th round, that means
where's Waddle at?
Right, he's falling to the 5th, 6th round, and I'm always going to buy the lesser guy. Olave's a dog, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rock with Rashid Shaheed. Like I'm just going to do it. Like the offense is already shit. I'm not about to spend up on Olave when Rashid Shaheed basically going to be on the other side doing the same thing.
Hey, Austin, you dabbling with a little bit of Darren Waller, maybe in the 15th round?
Why not? But probably not. But definitely as a free agent. Like if he's getting targets or whatever, whatever. I'll pick him up as a free agent. But
he's in the worst city possible for his overall mental health and recovery. He's gonna be probably in there with the bitches.
Yeah, I already told you he's a rent due. He's a rent due player. Gotta get back in the league because a rent due. So
right. The rapping wasn't working for him, so here he goes. But he's still not in football shape somehow. I mean, we traded for him. Hey,
bro, do you know how hard it is to get into football shape? Man, this motherfucker was just on the couch, bro.
Man,
what you think he was doing? Lifting, running?
He should have. But like the fact that he wasn't lifting is the problem. Why wasn't he lifting?
Bro, because the rent was due. Why you not listening? The rent was due, bro. He literally was cooling. It was like, oh damn, the rent's due. Okay, I gotta get back to work. Hey, Drew.
That nigga would get evicted in Miami, spending it on a bunch of O's. They got Kenneth Grant in the first. They got Minka Fitzpatrick back. Had to do that, I guess, because we got Javon Holland and all that. So I don't know, man. This team's weird. Part of the reason is, and I've been saying this for the Dolphins for a while, what they need to bring in is they need like some sort of leader. If it's not going to be the head coach, he been there long enough. We know what we're getting from him. You're good schematically, even though it seems like the league figure you out a little bit. You got Tyreek beefing with the quarterback, complaining about the Bills running cover 4. Like, if it works, they're not supposed to run cover 4. Like, what are you talking about? Like, so Mike McDaniel. Damn, so there's 2 McDaniels in the Josh McDaniel. Mike McDaniel, he So you know how with Kevin O'Connell in the Vikings, ironically, that's what Brian Flores just was. But Brian Flores is the one that lays down the hammer with the Vikings. He gives them that edge. He gives them that toughness. With the Dolphins, they don't really have that. And they don't have that leader in the locker room. Who's the leader? Tua's cool. Like he's a cool guy, but is he the man?
I think Tua's the leader. I'm not going little boy Tua. I'm not going little boy Tua like that.
Boy him, but I feel like we need at least somebody on defense along with Tua because he's the quarterback, and we seen last year with that.
They just need players. They don't have enough players right now. Like they don't have enough good players on their football team to compete. You know what I'm saying?
How that happened? Do you think the Tyreek trade kind of stifled them because the Chiefs turned that into who? Trent McDuffie and George Karlaftis, which were hits.
Nah, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's 2 picks. Like that's 2 picks. I just think that
2 picks and money.
Right. No, so I think it's just a little bit of. I mean, the situation with Christian Wilkins where they let him walk. They had some offensive linemen. They had some Wilkins. Yeah, they had some offensive linemen that are over there in Carolina now, blocking for Bryce Young. So I just think that, I mean, we had an offensive lineman. Robert Hunt, yeah. So it's like I think the team, it was dismantled. They were ready to make a run probably, 2022, 2023, and then this year, 2024.
No run, can't play in the cold. Never make a run.
Well, I mean, but again, they thought that their roster was constructed for it. It wasn't. And now they just need players. They just need anybody that's good. And I think they just got to rebuild. It's unfortunate, the situation with Mike McDonald, because Mike McDonald, right?
No,
Mike McDaniels. It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate with him because, I mean, he is an innovative coach. Like, it's clear he was an innovative offensive coordinator when he was in San Francisco. He was innovative when he came over. He's the reason that a lot of us are running motion on every single play and doing all this misdirection and all of that. But sometimes being an offensive genius, it's easier to do that as a coordinator than it is as a head coach and you minding the entire football team. There's some defensive coordinators that are amazing at being a defensive coordinator. They don't even want to touch a head coach position. They just want to coordinate. So I just think with him, I don't want to discredit the way that he's advanced offense in the NFL and what he was able to do with the speed and even what he's able to do with Devin Achane. But I think that, he might be getting that call like around like week 10, week 12, like, hey, bro, don't show up at the facility, bro. You good.
Damn, you think he's gonna get fired mid-season? Because I do think the Patriots are about to lap him. Like, I think the Patriots.
It's just an ugly situation for him. Like Tua and Tyreek are coming out and talking about how like there's a divide that got to get fixed. Like, bro, you gotta remember, like Tyreek did chuck up the deuces. He did talk about how he wanted to get traded. He did talk about how he wasn't fucking with them. So it's like, all right, you did say that, and now I'm the quarterback, and I might feel like I'm not going to voice that out to the rest of the world, but in between our locker room, bro, that was you kind of made it about you, and you didn't give a F about us. Like, what's up with that? I mean, I thought we thought we was doing this, till the wheels fall off or whatever, and you just slimed all of us out and said you wanted out. So, and Tyreek's trying to pedal that back and trying to get that fixed, and Tua's standing on business because everybody might think Tua's a bitch. Pull up on Tua, bro. Pull up on Tua, bro. He ready to fight you.
Why you gotta say it like that? Like,
because I'll never forget Ryan Clark tried to talk like Tua was soft, and he was like, "Yo, bro, my brother's a Samoan." He's like, "Bro, we rumble, bro. We really rumble. Like, if you really got an issue, like, we can do this shit." Ryan Clark the next day, "Hey, bro, my bad. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to talk about you like that in that type of manner." Boom, boom, boom. He came correct. You can't correct.
So, about Ryan Clark. No,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Tua isn't the type of person to where if he feel disrespected, he got a problem with saying it to you. I don't care how many bitches you beat up, Tyreek. I got an issue with your ass, nigga. What's up?
I agree with all that, but it's up to Tua now to rein it in for the beginning of the season.
And that's what they're doing. That's what they're working on. We won't really find out. Unfortunately, Alexander Madison got hurt, season-ending injury. Got to mention that. He got hurt in the preseason game. It looked like he might have been able to take some touches. It's a little weird. Their short yardage game is always going to be ugly because their offensive linemen they don't got them. Their offensive linemen don't have enough ass, straight up. They ain't got enough ass. They ain't got no ass.
If Austin Jackson can stay healthy, that's going to be huge. They just drafted that kid out of, where'd he go, Arizona? Jonah.
In the second round?
Yeah. So they're investing in that as they should. They got back Minka Fitzpatrick. They Kenneth Grant for up in the middle. But I just feel like they need that Max Crosby. They need that Bobby Wagner.
Bro, everybody needs them. I need Max Crosby, and I got Micah. I need Bobby Wagner. I don't know what I got at linebacker. Everybody needs those.
Micah already fills that role. There's no.
But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is everybody needs those. You know what I'm saying? Those is the top of that's the creme of the creme. They don't have.
I'm talking about in terms of their intangibles, not even their individual talent. They just need more toughness in the locker room, or who cares? Even if y'all make the playoffs, we're not betting for you to win nothing because y'all can't even play in the cold. And I highly doubt I'll bet anything that y'all not making the playoffs. Because like you said, the roster's not good enough. They're just not good enough. You're calling over Darren Waller, and he's having an episode. So what are we doing here? I mean, he's getting into this lame duck kind of status. I agree. I would get Waddle, but Waddle's been dealing with some injuries here and there every once in a while. And I'm definitely not going to get Devin Achane. I'm not going to get him. I'm not going to, not because he's not talented, he's not good, but everybody is you're picking Devin Achane in the first round for what? You're doing that? Or are you doing that?
I'm doing it in the back end. I'm the early second. I'm doing it in the early second for sure.
If he's there in the late second for me, or if he's there in the third, which he's not going to be, I'm good. Why am I investing to this offense when this nigga Devin Achane, what is this, his second or third year? Well, how many times has he been hurt? This franchise is cursed. I'm good off the Dolphins, bro. I'm good off of them. Tua, shout out to him. I feel like if he's healthy, he'll have a pretty productive year if the offense could start off with him and they could get things going. But Mike McDaniel needs to try to re-innovate because they figured you out already. So you got to deviate a little bit and you got to add some shit. You got to take out some shit maybe, and you got to adjust because the league kind of caught up to you in your style of we need the speed here and there. It seems like y'all need some power. Seems like y'all needed a draft like a Caleb Johnson. Speaking of
so it's funny. Remember they bashed us for drafting Tyler Booker, right? Like they were like, oh, this was the interior lineman. He sucked. The Miami Dolphins were going to draft Tyler Booker at 13.
How you know that?
They were going to draft him at 13. And the reason I know that is because if you go and you see who they selected in the second round and you see the run on offensive linemen, there was no offensive lineman available basically at that time. That's why they drafted the tackle that they drafted. But the better prospect was Tyler Booker. If you go, I'm not even joking. Go look at the draft and you see how the draft played out in regards to linemen. They were 100% going to draft an offensive lineman with their first pick. But at that point, all the tackles had already went. And Tyler Booker was 12. They were 13. They were going to draft Tyler Booker.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny about them potentially drafting Tyler Booker? If y'all didn't, what's one of his intangibles that everyone's raving about?
Leader. He's a leader. He's a captain. You know what I mean? It's you know what I'm saying? So it's like even in the draft, they probably were like, all right, bet. Worst case scenario, we're gonna get Tyler. This shit gonna be sweet. Cowboys were like, nope, no tech. Fuck it, Tyler.
I was just about to say the smoke screens the Panthers are throwing out. amazing smoke screens because you were thinking they were going Jalen Walker for sure.
I was like, they were going defense. I just knew they were going defense. So I mean, literally, shout out to them.
I'm glad they went with Tech because I'm like, yo, y'all better get Tech because I'm rooting for Bryce Young. I'm rooting for him, and I think he's the perfect player for that offense. And I'm looking to draft him in fantasy too. Like I've seen enough from Bryce Young to think that he'll definitely be able to get it to him if you're able to get it to Adam Thielen and maybe Xavier Leggett.
So look. I'm only gonna say this one time. It ain't none of them boys. It's Jalen Coker. Jalen Coker is the second best wide receiver on that football team. You heard it here first. I'm not saying it again. I'm never saying his name ever again. He did his thing
last year, but you think you say he's the second best?
He's the second best wide receiver on this football team. I'm not saying it anymore. This is the last time I'm saying it for the rest of the
not even third. So he's better.
The fantasy draft.
He's better present day than Adam Thielen.
Today, right now, he is the second best wide receiver on that team. I'm not saying it anymore. I'm done. This is the last time I'm not talking about him anymore for the rest of the draft season. I'm not talking about him. He's the second best wide receiver on that team. He will end up the second best wide receiver on that team.
Why are you saying that as if you're going to draft? You're not drafting.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. And we can revisit this conversation later on in the year. But it's Jalen Coker who is the second best wide receiver on that football team. He's the second best wide receiver on that football team. Do with that information what you will. Xavier Leggett is fighting and getting kicked out of preseason games that are important to him and his organization. Jalen Coker is doing the opposite. All I'm going to say is what I just said. Jalen Coker is the second best wide receiver on that football team, and you can do with that information what you will.
Maybe Xavier Leggett is better being an influencer for his voice and eating goats and
bagging gorilla. Shit. I mean, it ain't a bad gig, but the rest of us got to work.
Are there any rainforests in Carolina?
I don't know.
That farms or some shit. Maybe he should go to Dallas, bro. He could get in there.
We got Jonathan Mingo already, bro. We good.
Getting into Israel. Maybe y'all got the wrong Panthers receiver, and y'all could go get somebody that could really run a farm for Jerry. He could be on the farm for Jerry.
Jerry we already got somebody for that. We already got a guy. We already got a farm.
But Leggett knows how to he could run the whole farm for Jerry.
Nah, we already got. Look, we got a farm guy. We got an oil guy. We got an e-gaming guy. All right, we got a tech guy. We got guys. We got a lot of guys. We good. All right. We good. We don't need his country ass out our way.
Yo, he could even have a podcast with Micah. That would be dope, right? They have a joint podcast. He comes.
They would be dope, but he can do that shit from Carolina.
Yeah,
he can do that shit from Carolina.
Don't hit the same if he's not on the Cowboys. He needs to be on the the endorsements Leggett would get there. Y'all should trade for him.
Nah, we got Jonathan Mingo. We good.
Yeah, knowing y'all the way what y'all spend on him, like a third, a fourth. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all probably throw a second for Leggett.
Yeah, I mean we got a 3 and a 7 for Pickens, so I ain't gonna be mad. I ain't gonna trip.
I'm tired of these NFC East rivals getting these skilled positions, but yeah, we've been going for a good 2 hours. Nothing for us. We'll be back Wednesday to talk about the AFC West news and notes, and we'll probably do another mock draft then. But we had to get out some shit about the preseason. I think we hit on it all. In my notes, had Golden Spears, talk about Rashad White, Chig, Breece Hall, Sean Tucker, Rashad White, and all that.
I got the little slides. Shout out to Sal again, my man on Twitter. He had the slides for the news and notes. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna probably make sure we keep it clean and make sure we always got some type of slides or something up here to show y'all what we're talking about, just so y'all know we're not capping or being crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, you should have had something up about Jalen Coker then, because why am I looking at this Hawaiian dude.
Because I'm letting you know that Jalen Coker is going to be the second best wide receiver on the team. He's not going to be the first.
That's important as hell, though. T. Higgins is the second best on the Bengals.
Exactly.
Jordan Addison on the Vikings.
And if I take a picture of Jay Jettis and I tell you that the second best is getting money, you're going to trust it. You're going to trust it. If I say Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, the second best wide receiver on the team, getting money, you're going to trust it.
Facto.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I want to shout out to everybody in the stream, though. Got us to what does it say for you?
111.
111. It's got us to triple digits. Shout out to y'all.
Angel numbers for any of y'all Zodiac people. If your girl on that Zodiac shit, she might be on that.
Oh yeah, 333-222-111.
But yeah, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. Matter of fact, football. Type that in.
And our Twitch. We want to get going on Twitch. We got to figure out a way to get us popping on Twitch. We're trying to hit affiliate on Twitch. That's what we really want to do.
Yeah, especially on Twitch. If you check our YouTube, we're going to be mad consistent throughout the season, but it's going to be scheduled Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'll stream at 7, and then we might have some instant reactions to games. I know the opening game is Cowboys-Eagles. Probably I want your reaction to that, especially if y'all win. But even if
I might be arrested if we win. I might be locked up. He might have to call Arlington County Jail. Make sure I'm good.
Shit, we need that regardless. So there's gonna be different moments like that. I might have some standalone tier list videos. So watch out for some tier list videos, some preseason. Before
a lot of work coming y'all's way for sure. A lot of work.
But yeah, we're going to end it there. Matter of fact, like to subscribe. Appreciate y'all for showing up and staying with us. Yo.